On Saturday, Peterborough United hold their first Junior Alliance Day. We caught up with the playing squad as they look back on their time in grassroots football. Your first ever football club that you played for, the first junior team that you played for, who was that?
That was Faversham Strike Force when I was 4 years old. And that's still going now, actually. There was only 1 or 2 teams on a Sunday morning when I was there, and they've got men's teams and everything now. So yeah, they're doing really well.
How much did you enjoy playing junior football all the way through to when you finally signed for a professional club?
Yeah, a lot. I used to, obviously, because you had school and everything. It was the main thing I looked forward to. You used to go training on a Saturday morning out in the freezing cold, which Mum and Dad probably weren't happy about, and then a game on a Sunday morning, and that was the highlight of the weekend. Really, that was the main thing that I looked forward to, and the memories that I have. What
was your first junior football team you played for?
It was a local team called Hartshead, so it's not too far from me, and yeah, it was a lot of my school friends and that playing for that team. So yeah.
So how you got into it? That your friends played and you wanted to join that team?
Yeah, well, it was actually on my street I was living on. There was a lot of lads on there. We used to just have a kick around, and they were a lot older than me, and they used to play for teams, and just was following their footsteps really.
In terms of the first team you played for, who was that?
Hoyland Common Falcons. It was literally 2 minutes around the corner from where my grandma lived. So I used to play there.
Was that because your friends played there, just got you into it? Did your dad sort of take you there? Did it work?
My dad used to do a bit of coaching for him as well, so I was the manager's son that never got dropped or anything. But no, it was local, and a few of my mates played as well.
When you look back to that time, I mean, it must have been everyone says, don't they, when you play with your mates, it's a great experience and you enjoy football a lot more. When you look back at that time, do you think it was a lot easier?
Yeah, certainly less pressure as well. But like I say, it was just something to do at the weekend, almost going and having a kick about with your friends and hopefully winning.
In terms of the first junior football team you played for, who was that?
East Durham. It's a local team back home, Peterlee. That was my local team. I actually played a year above myself, so it was actually good to test myself. But yeah, I miss them days, because then you just play for the fun of it and everything, whereas nowadays there's so much pressure involved in it. So yeah, I certainly miss them days, yeah.
Darren, obviously growing up in a football family, I guess you were introduced to football quite early doors.
Very much so. I was kicking a ball against a wall from 2 or 3 apparently. So I was into it straight away, and it's always been a massive love of mine, and obviously with the family connections. But in saying that, you know, my twin brother didn't really get into it until he was about 15. So, but for me, it's always been a passion. Always loved it.
In terms of junior football, who was the first team that you played for back in the day?
I played for a team called Jay's Boys in Dagenham. Like I say, I never ever wanted to play for a club or anything like that. And my best friend at the time, he said to me, "Look, why don't you come down and just play for my team?" Like, I think it was Jay's Boys B team. You know, they weren't very good, you know, in comparison to other teams. But I went there and I just enjoyed playing. You know, we wasn't the greatest team, but we went out there and ran around. I scored a lot of goals and actually enjoyed it. And I think that's probably, if I hadn't gone there, then I probably would never have made the career that I did.
Did you play up front?
I played up front, yeah.
So you didn't really want to play, but you ended up playing up front?
I think they just put me up front because I was quick. You know, I used to just chase everything, and similar to how I played as a professional, you know, I used to just run after everything, and I'd miss probably about 50 chances a game.
Craig?
But because I was so quick, and listen, I'm talking like 8 years old, 7, 8 years old, so you know, I think that's why they saw me as a striker, and you know, luckily they did.
In terms of the first youth team you played for before you signed on at Cheltenham, who was that?
It was a local team actually. They were called Epsom Eagles back in where I'm from, down in Surrey. Yeah, I played for them until I was, I think, 13 when I went to Southampton.
What was that like? Was that playing with your mates? Were you sort of went there because someone took you there? How did you end up playing for them?
Yeah, actually that was through, you know, just when you're in a junior school. I was playing for the junior school, and I played the year above, and some of the boys in the year above, I think their mum or dad spoke to my mum or dad after a game and said, "Look, bring them down to Epsom Eagles and we'll get started from there." And then I was always playing a year above myself and ended up getting scouted, luckily enough.
Did you start playing in defence? You didn't play in any position?
No, I was a winger actually. Believe it or not, I was a tricky winger, left-footed. Used to get down the byline, whip it in, and
what changed?
Do you know what it was? I just think back then I was a lot quicker, bigger, stronger than everyone else, and then so I was able to just knock it and run. But eventually people started catching up on me, and I just got shifted back and told to head it, and that was it.
We're going to expect big things from you now if you ever go down the wing.
Yeah, look, if the gaffer ever we go down to, say the other team goes down 10 minutes, like, Taff, get on the wing, yeah, you never know, I might be whipping a few balls in.
Junior football, what was your first club before you signed for a professional club?
I played for a local team called Hawley Raiders. Just a group of friends really, but yeah, they were good times, enjoyed it.
When you're playing with your mates, does it just become so simple, football?
Yeah, it's just you look forward to it all the time. It's just you know, after the game you have a chat to your mates and see what they thought of the game, and you know how they performed and how you performed, and it's just it brings everyone together, doesn't it?
Were you always a striker?
No, I started off at centre back. I was quite big for my age when I was younger. Then I went into centre midfield, and then at Reading I went up front one game against Arsenal. I think it was at under 15s, and I got a couple of goals. And then from then on, really, yeah, that was my position.
I imagine you as a centre back. I suppose in younger days, because as you say, the size, that's what they look for at that level.
Well, to be honest, I just wanted to play at the time, so I didn't care where I played. And then obviously once you get into it, I just always loved going forward. So I weren't great at centre back doing that, but I was quite strong as well for my age. So I then went into midfield, and every time the ball went out wide, I just got into the box. I nicked a few goals, to be fair. So, but probably I got forward a bit too much. So then they decided to put me up front, and you know, that's where it all started.
It was a youth team football. Who was the first team you played for as a kid before you became a professional footballer?
I started playing for my club team. It was, I can't remember the name of them. I can't remember the name of the club team. And it was a clubs in Manchester, and I was in goal. But we kept beating teams like 13-0, and I'd stand in the goal mouth just like throwing mud at the centre halves, and realised there must be more to football than this. So I just gradually tried to, can I have 20 minutes playing outfield, or maybe half an hour, and that's the way it kind of progressed.
Why did you why did you start in goal? Was it just because you wanted to play and that's where they stuck you, or you had any kind of flair for it?
I liked I liked the goalkeeper kits. That's why I liked it as a kid. I remember the Scottish goalkeeping, the grey one that they had, I think about 1986. So I had that. Andy Gorham was in goal. So I liked that. Jim Leighton I liked as well in goal. So I just kind of went for the goalie kits to start with.
And in terms of your first junior football team when you were growing up, who was that, and how did you get involved in that particular team?
Yeah, it was Radcliffe Borough, which is a team in Bury, Manchester, which is where I'm from. And I think it was my friend's dad that ran the team, and I'm still friends with both the guy that I used to play with and the dad now, so I've made some friends for life there, yeah.
And I guess that's what junior football is about, isn't it? Because when you're playing in a team like that, you are playing with mates and potential mates for life, and that's a good message, isn't it? That kids that sort of want to get into football at junior level, at young level, play with your friends first, because that's the first part of getting enjoyment out of the game.
Yeah, of course. I think obviously at that age, like the social element and just the enjoyment of it is like paramount. Like I think you just have a smile on your face running around with your friends. You don't really care about anything else, or whether in 10 years you still be playing football. That's all you cared about, just running around and having fun. And
what position did you play in young football? Because I found out quite a few things speaking to the lads, that Dwayne TAFAZOLLI used to be a winger. Yeah. Mate Stevens used to be a centre back. So RHYS Bennett, where did you start?
I played striker until I was 14. So yeah.
Why? Well, I mean, obviously you wanted to score goals. I guess that's why you started it from. How long did you sort of progress from up to 14? So you must have been playing for 7 or 8 years as a striker.
Yeah, I was in Bolton Academy at 14, and we had a very experienced coach who said like you might enjoy it a bit more playing midfield. I played in midfield for one game, and then I played centre back for one game, and that was me.
In terms of the first team you played for, who was that?
Lancraig's Boys Club in Paisley, best boys club in Paisley as well. So that was them. It was brilliant. I actually knocked back my local team, professional team, St Mirren, a few times because I was enjoying it that much, playing boys club with all my friends. So football's all about enjoyment, isn't it? So if you're enjoying somewhere, you don't leave.